welcome back. It's another, I know
Pass you my drink, please.
I can do that. Um, Another video within a week, which is, I think, a record for me.
No, but
Um, but I wanted to come out. I know everybody's heard about Shemar Stewart finally signing, which is, I think, a good boost on the defensive end.
oh yeah, you needed it.
We needed an edge. We now have one. Excuse me. The only thing now is hopefully they can do something about Trey. Not sure.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's all,
I want to do something quick because
yeah,
you want to get him in there practice. I mean, obviously he knows the system well, but you've got a new defensive coordinator, so
right.
there's going to be changes.
They need to have time to work together and feel each other out. I don't know. I looked up some defensive edge or ends that are on the team that could possibly take Trey's spot if he sits out for the season or ends up not even signing at all
Right.
at the end,
Well, I mean, he's still under contract this year.
He's still under contract. From what I did see, something quick smidget of a headline. Not sure if it's true or not because it's on the internet. You never, you never can tell. Is that they've come to terms and agreement on money. It's the guaranteed portion.
Right.
And from what I've seen, Bengals don't like to do any more than 1 year guaranteed for extensions or anything like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all up in the air. I just pray that they can get something together because we need Trey.
You do. You need that veteran on there. I mean, you need his talent, but you also need his
Leadership
presence, his
and-
leadership.
yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a couple of options. I mean, they can try Miles Murphy. I know he's at training camp and he's been working out in things, and the same with Joseph Osaya. Again, Osaya had 5 sacks last season, so that's a plus.
Plus, but I mean, it pales to what was it, 17?
17 and a half sacks.
That's right.
For
You're going to
Trey.
have a hard time if for whatever reason, let's say he does not play. I don't think there's anybody you're going to be able to pick up that you can say, yeah, he's got that, 15, 16, 17 sacks.
Well, like you said earlier, we could trade for Aiden.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Aiden Hutchinson,
that's
that
not
ain't
gonna
gonna
happen. No.
He ain't leaving Detroit for one.
No, he's not.
They're not going to let him go, and you
Oh,
guys
God.
won't pay him.
No, they won't. They won't pay him the way he wants.
I mean, he's still on a rookie contract.
Exactly.
He's got another 2,
Uh,
3. I don't know what it's been.
I can't remember. It's been
And then
trying
there's
to
a fifth
keep
year option. So he's got like 2
Yeah.
or 3 more years, I think, that they potentially could have him.
right, and knowing them, they're gonna extend it.
Yeah, I was
So-
joking when I said that earlier.
I know you were, but that would be nice. It's just like last season when we were trying to, we were hoping for Justin Jefferson.
Oh,
if
yeah. I
T
mean,
couldn't
if T
sign.
couldn't be there, is there any way to get
Jefferson on the team.
and you can't afford him?
No, can't afford them. But all in all, obviously from everything that I've seen for reports of training camp and how things are going and things like that, there's been interviews with players, there's with the coaches, all of that. They're wanting to go into this season. My wording may be off, but more fast paced than what they've done in the past 2-3 seasons, where they're off to a slow start.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
you guys
getting,
do end up getting off to a slow start.
yeah, they do. From what I'm understanding, is Burrow's going to have more reps, more play time in the preseason games. He's healthy. Knock on wood, he stays away.
Yeah, I think that's been part of the problem is
Yeah.
you guys were notorious for really not playing your starters in the preseason much at all. And now, so the first 2 or 3 games of the actual regular season, they were all trying to knock the cobwebs off and gel and kind of get back in the groove.
Yeah.
And if those first 2, 3, 4 games are against really stiff opponents, like a lot of times they have for you guys, it makes it tough.
It does. I mean, that's when we go 0-2, 0-3.
Well, it's also when you end up playing a lot of times, division rivals or just other teams that are playing really, really well.
Yeah.
You know.
But so hopefully, like I said, they plus side they got Shemar signed finally. That saga's done. He can get on the field and start
He's going to
practicing
need a year or so probably before he's.
fully up to speed.
It could take a couple of years for him to. You never know.
Right. But like I had also read is that they were happy that they were able to get him signed just in time for next week's training camp because that's when the pads go on and they start full on.
There's something stuck in up too.
Full on training camp with the pads on and
Yeah, you
contact
guys
and
need
things
that,
like that. That's what we need. We need to do that early enough and get plenty of time in before even the preseason starts.
Yeah, because I know it's the 31st is opening for preseason, but it's not you guys, right?
No, it is not us.
You're that Thursday after?
I believe so. I'm trying
That's
to
up to the
bring it up.
7th.
It's just like one thing after another, trying to find different things, and this person saying one thing, I don't like that.
Yeah, this video looks like it's showing dark again. But having an issue with lighting still always. This room is so weird to try to light.
Yeah, it is.
We're either bleached out or it looks kind of dark. And
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, trying to get you just said, trying to get the lighting right and get, our background lighting to glow the orange and stuff like that without making us look completely drowned out. But anyway, our first preseason game, is the August 7th against the Eagles.
Well, you know what? Perfect, actually. It's a preseason game, so it matters nothing.
Nothing, right, yeah.
And it's a chance to play against a really good team and see, okay, we held them well here, but we really suffered
right,
here.
we struggled here. We
You
need
know.
to tighten this up and maybe
And
not
obviously,
necessarily
I don't know how
loosen.
much they're, how much will it be starters versus starters? And sometimes the two
Right.
teams will get together and say, hey, let's both play our starters in, the first quarter and the third quarter, whatever they decide.
Right. Well, like I said the last video, Bengals especially need to, all right, put your starters out for maybe the first half of a game, and then rest them the second half, and then flip it. You know what I mean? Rest them the first half.
Everyone's always worried about losing a major starter in preseason. But
Right.
you could lose them on snap one of the regular season.
You can lose them in
Aaron
training
Rodgers
camp.
with the Jets.
Yeah.
It wasn't for a snap, but they snap, 4 snaps in, something like that.
Something like that.
90 seconds.
Or you can lose them during training camp.
Yeah, I get where they're coming from. But
I
you've
do
got to,
too.
at some
You-
point in time,
you
you've
wanna
got to
protect-
put it out there and be like,
Yeah.
go play. This is
Yeah.
what you paid for.
Yeah.
This is what
They're
we need.
doing, from what I've read for the training schedule, is that they're doing morning practices instead of afternoon. It's a little
Yeah.
bit cooler. They're able to
I
get
would
more
rather do it
in.
myself in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm an early riser, so I would rather get up, get to the field,
And
get my practice in, have the afternoon to go over film, meet with the trainers and rehab something if it's a little sore, or
right.
get
Yeah.
get your downtime in, get a good night's sleep, and get up
And
the next
then-
morning,
yeah.
and do it like that.
Well, like Bird said during one of their conferences after one of I think it was day 1 of training camp, is that he likes the morning because then after, like you had said, you can go back to the facility, watch film, do this, do that. He likes to do like afternoon workouts. So he'll go after practice, chill for a little bit, do a workout, and then be done.
Yeah.
So that way he's fresh in the morning
Yep.
instead of doing it the other way around.
Right. Because, I mean, that's my way of doing it anyway. If I'm going to
Right.
get a good workout in, I want to, practice all morning, have some hours in the afternoon and stuff like that. Like I said, film, meetings, trainers, whatever.
Whatever.
Then in the evening, do my workout,
Yeah.
get a good night's sleep, get up in the morning and go again. Instead of trying to do my workout in the morning, then have my practice, then have a meeting after that
Yeah.
about what went right or wrong.
Yeah, I think it being flipped, you're also not as tired. Because, like,
Right.
if you're working out in the morning and then going to doing
Exactly.
full day of practice, by the time practice is done, you're done. You don't want to do anything.
So,
So,
biggest thing's going to be Trey. And I have some optimism that this will get worked out.
yeah,
If they come to agreement on the money,
it's just again, wording and guarantee.
yeah,
Well, not really necessarily the wording in it from what I was getting from it.
they're going to
It's
want
the
the
guarantee.
guarantee. He wants
You know.
as much guaranteed as possible. They want as little. I get where a team comes from on some of this.
Right.
You know, I guarantee you all this money, and something happens to you, I still got to pay you a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is some clause in some of that, some, but not all of them.
Right.
It's like, that screws the team. It's not just
Yeah.
the team being cheap, but now I got to go out and replace you.
Yeah.
I don't have the money sitting there, the cap space, to do it.
Exactly.
So maybe NFL should maybe make a rule, because I don't think they have it, that if a player has guaranteed money, let's say they're going to guarantee you $20 million this year,
Mm-hmm.
and you're injured to the point you cannot play, you are off for the year, your $20 million should not go towards cap space, because they've got to replace you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. As much as I hate to say it, I really want Trey back on the field as a Bengal.
Yeah, you guys
And
want
he
him
has
back.
even said to news outlets and stuff like that, he doesn't want to uproot his, home life
Yeah.
to another part of the country. For one, for two, he's always wanted to play with the Bengals. That's where he signed. That's where he's been. And he was even willing to take a cut.
Yeah, he was willing to play for less money, or is willing to play for less money.
Yeah.
Just a
So
bigger
now that
guarantee of
they've
it.
got that all agreed on, now they just need to get the guarantee agreed on.
Yeah, and
I'm just praying that they get it done. And a lot of analysts that I've seen is saying, yeah, they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. But here it is going into the second week of training camp.
yeah, you don't want
And it's
to
not
get
done.
it done right before the first regular season game. I mean, you want this done.
Yeah, exactly.
Your team has always been pretty
Stingy.
cheap, stingy, and just not willing to budge
Yeah.
sometimes.
But they're fun to watch on the field.
Well, yeah, I'm talking for you, from the team wise, as far as the contracts go. That's
Yeah,
ownership and management.
That's how they've always been.
Player wise, yeah.
Yeah. I
I
just
just don't.
no,
Your
no.
ownership and management is not what I would call top notch.
No, they're here, there, and everywhere. In my opinion, they can never. Doesn't seem like they can always get on the same page with anybody else.
Well, I think a lot of that is Mike Brown is very, very set in his ways.
Yeah.
Remember, he's part of a family that's been in football for I don't know how long. If you go back with
Yeah.
his dad,
Yeah.
who I believe
no,
is
I
the
know that's.
founder of the Ravens.
Yeah, I
Is
can't
it?
remember.
I think so. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was the Browns, but I believe it's the Ravens.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going back, so you're going back probably, what, 60, 70 years? I don't know when the Ravens became a team. They're not one of the originals, I don't believe, so. They're like one of the early expansion kind of teams. So, but they've been in the football field, world for so long.
Yeah.
And Mike Brown's what? How old is he? He's freaking, like,
90 something.
yeah. So, I think he's just very set in his ways.
And-
Well, it always used to be this way. Well, 30 years ago it was. And
Right.
maybe some of the things that you did 30 years ago was better than the way it is now. Doesn't matter. This is how the the league is and kind of what the market is. And
Okay, 89.
89.
So, yeah, I was close. He was,
So yeah, he's
He's gonna be
89 years
90
old.
soon.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
I just think that that I think that's one of your biggest problems
Yeah.
and holdbacks right now
Mhm.
is
You get set in your ways, and it takes an army and a half to break that habit
yeah.
of not wanting to do this and all of a sudden changing it. I mean, change can be an awesome thing, it can be a scary thing. And I think he's one that doesn't dare to take the changes because he's afraid of the downfall.
No, I think a lot of it is it's not so much that. I think it's just this isn't how we always did it. Why are we doing it now?
Yeah.
And he's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to spend the money. And
No,
okay,
I mean,
get
when
that
we
to
went
a
to
point.
when we did end up in the Super Bowl, he ended up coming out making a statement on how much it costs to send the team and all that stuff, and he was bitching about the money. I'm like, yeah, but how much? You know,
Yeah.
I get
If you're
all
gonna
the
own a NFL football team,
yeah,
and I can understand being like, man, this is really expensive. We need to find a way to do this better because no matter how much money you have, you don't want to. You know, and it's
but
not like
you're
we're
right.
talking.
It's
Oh, it
not
cost $1,000. It's like no, it cost me $30 million to do something.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
but you gotta be like, hey, it's expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can't justify it or you can't say I cannot spend that, then it's time to say it's time to sell this team,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cut your losses and
And
move
I mean,
on.
yeah, because
But they won't because they get it's that. I don't know if it's a pride thing. I don't know if it's a tradition thing. I don't know what it is. I mean, Jerry Jones. I'm sorry, but the Jones family needs to sell
yeah,
the Cowboys.
yeah, because they're. I just saw something on that. They're like 28 seasons in drought,
90.
something like that.
I think they won their last Super Bowl in 95 ish. And yeah, it's been a long time. So that's
Yeah.
30 years. Yeah.
So yeah,
Or whatever. Well, yeah, they're getting up there
Mhm.
of just not.
not
And
making
Jerry's
the
still
playoffs
stuck in
and
that mindset. We were a dynasty. You were a dynasty
back in the
25,
90s.
30 years ago.
Back in the early 90s, yes, you were a dynasty.
Um,
But
you know.
now, you know,
And you've got old families that own some of the teams. Or,
Mhm.
they've owned them for a very long time.
Right.
Ford Kemp family
hmm
with Detroit.
yeah,
Kraft in New England. I don't know how long he's owned it, but it's a long time.
right,
And some people really don't like Robert Kraft. Some do, but at least he keeps the money flowing. It seems,
right.
and he.
It seems like when listening to him in media events, whatever it is, interviews, he's more in the now than like Mike
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, you don't hear Robert Kraft sitting there talking about, well, we won all these Super Bowls, and why aren't we? It's almost like, hey, that was then. We were great then. We can get great again.
Yeah, we just need to pony up the money and
And get the right players and the
get
right
the
personnel.
right draft picks and things like that.
We
Oh,
had
notifications.
so many a day. I just half time ignore everything.
Oh, okay. But all in all, from what I've seen for video on training camp and analysts that have talked, is that Demetrius Knight has been balling out. Dylan Fairchild, same thing. And Taj Brooks has really stepped up.
Good.
And again, our rookie last year, Jermaine Barton, Burrow's been slinging the ball to him a lot more than they did last season. Whether it was on the field in regular season or training camp or whatever, he's getting the ball more. And he's actually connecting. So
Yeah,
that's a
he
plus.
needed to mature, and
Well, yes,
let's not
as-
forget what last year was his rookie year.
Yes.
So what was
So
he 22, 3 years old?
something like that. So yeah, and I mean, as with any new rookies. You go in from college where it was quote unquote party and fun and all this stuff, but college football games
Yeah, I
were
think there's a different expectation, a different level.
right.
One thing, it depends. I don't know who he played for in college. I don't
I
remember
can't.
now.
And I thought I wrote it down. Apparently not.
Um,
I'm prepared, really.
if you're, I don't know how to put that. If you're on one of those, let's say 6 or 8 teams that are just the super dominant teams in CFB, college football.
Texas Tech.
All right, so he was not on one of what I would call a super dominant team. Because
Yeah.
what I'm getting at is that when you're on those, Georgia, Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
Ohio, Michigan, those kind of teams, a lot of the other teams you play, competition isn't as much.
Right.
You're into the NFL, even when you're playing a shit team,
Yeah.
you're
got
playing the
better.
Titans or someone like that. Sorry, Titans.
Right.
You're still playing against NFL
Graded.
players
Yeah.
that are typically the best out of college.
Right. Right.
So, these rookies come in and they're like, oh man, half the teams we played, we walked all over them. We beat them, 48-10,
right. They just have
And
that
it's like,
that
this
chip
isn't,
on their
yeah,
shoulder that needs to get knocked
yeah.
off.
A lot of them need that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, they do.
a lot of them come in and they're like, hey, I know that this is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And those are ones that usually either have family that's played,
Mm-hmm.
or they're really close with some of the players. They played with them in
Yeah.
college, and guys now have been 2-3 years in the
Yeah.
NFL, and they're talking to them. And they're like, hey, bud, this is
Yeah, get your head on before you get
forget
here.
what you think with college.
Yep.
This is so different.
Yeah, this is the big league,
yeah.
and you
And I
need
mean-
to step up on it.
Obviously, those big teams all end up playing each other usually at some point later on in the season, especially when the playoffs. Now with the new
gotcha.
college playoff system,
Yeah,
and that's when you start seeing who is really the top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You got teams going into the playoffs that are, like whatever 14-0, whatever it is, and I can't know. I didn't even play 14, whatever it is off the top of my head, and they get their ass handed to them in the playoffs
yeah,
by a team that might have 2 losses.
yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, because you were undefeated, but you didn't play really high-ranked team.
Right.
The team that had 2 losses, they lost to an Alabama and Penn State or Georgia. They lost to some of these big teams.
Right now that they're in the NFL, they're thinking, oh
No,
well,
I'm still with the college.
well,
So you just have such a disparity between teams.
mm-hmm.
In the NFL, that is, if you could
Right.
look at, let's just say, for example, the Eagles
yeah,
were the best team in football last year. They won the Super Bowl.
Yes,
And either the Titans or the Panthers, whoever, Titans had the worst record.
yeah,
Well, that's a big gap.
right,
But when you look at, last year, Ohio State won the national championship. So obviously, on paper at least, they're the best team in college football.
Mm-hmm.
And look at UMaine.
yeah,
They don't even play each other because they're different divisions. But even if you go within some of those and you look at them, I mean, the
yeah.
disparity is
yeah,
huge gap. The gap's much smaller in the NFL from best to worst, I guess is what I'm getting at.
yeah.
So your rookie, what was his name from last year?
Oh, Barton,
Burton. He learned that.
yeah,
That was kind of your welcome to the NFL season.
Yep.
And now he's like, oh, okay. I got to work harder. I got to be smarter.
yeah.
I got to work more as a team. I got to check my attitude at the door.
Exactly. And yeah, because he learned that, like you were just saying, last season. I mean, there was video of him not even at practice. He was at a casino or this and that. It's like, dude, or not traveling with the team because of he did something stupid. So they didn't have him travel with them.
Yeah. And
Things
that's
like
something
that.
you
And I
have
think
to-
that finally clicked with him.
Okay,
Like, oh,
I now
crap.
get why it's so hot in here. I shut the AC off.
Oh, you goober.
Oh, well, we weren't in here, so I'm like, oh, save on the light bill. Shut the AC off. The
Yeah.
fan's going,
Fans
but
going.
the AC itself is off. And the AC completely, the tower fan's on.
Oh, well.
So it's getting a little toasty in here. We got all the extra lights on. still isn't helping. And yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what it's only like 71 out, but it's humid. It's raining off and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it
But
still? Is
it's
it still?
better than
Yeah, it's
what we have been having, and tomorrow's going to be in the 80s again.
Friday was
Friday was
not as bad as they said. We're supposed to have a real feel of like 103 or 105, and we ended up with a real feel of like 98,
yeah, it's still
97.
yeah. That's
Which
when,
to us
you
up
know,
here, the difference between 98 and 103,
right.
we don't notice it that much because all of it's freaking insane.
Yeah, it gets to the point lately that I've been actually um, remote starting the vehicle and having the AC cranked about 10 minutes before
It's kind
I
of the
leave.
same thing with our winter.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
hits just so cold, just so far below zero, that another 10 degrees colder and you don't notice it.
You don't notice
The
it.
difference between 20 below and 30 below, okay.
Yeah, right.
You don't really even feel it that
Yeah.
much difference because it's all freaking cold.
And that, looking like I've said in some past videos on how much I really want to get to a Cincy game, I don't want to go in the winter.
Even though their winters aren't
As
usually as
bad.
bad as ours.
Right.
But you get that kind of cold down the center. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Center of the country
I'd rather go
sometimes,
at the
too.
beginning of the season.
Oh, God, yeah. I would much rather go
Where
to a
it's-
September or early October game
Exactly.
than a December, January game.
I tell you what, we'll make plans to go, what was it, October 7th or something like that, for the Lions.
Oh, yeah. Lions playing. Cincy. Is it at Cincy?
It's at Cincy.
Ooh. You guys could get your butt kicked on that game, or you could squeak out a win.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's gonna be interesting in this household because obviously I'm gonna cheer for the Bengals. Our son is gonna cheer for the Lions.
They may
because
do the
he's-
stream together. Her
We
and
may
James.
if we get the game. I had to talk with him, but
It's a chance.
yeah,
That's a Sunday game?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's going to
Sunday game,
depend
if we get
if
it.
he's got work with the fire department or
Oh,
not. Then
yeah, that's
he may
true.
not be able to, but if he's going to be home,
Yeah, he's gonna want to watch that game.
oh, he's going to want to watch it. You guys watch it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be
That's gonna be an
an
interesting game.
to say the least.
Yeah, especially with Aiden back and us right now not knowing about Trey.
Yeah, and everything I've read from people that are watching Aiden play, they said he's even better than before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They said he's faster and stronger, looking better than he was even before his injury. And that's saying a lot because the kid was good.
Yeah.
He needed
Yeah.
to learn more.
Well, yeah, as any
a couple of years in the
position,
NFL, he needed to bump things up.
Right.
But the thing is the talent level is there. His ceiling is high, as they
Yeah.
would say. And I think that goes with a lot of your guys. I think
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
lot of ceiling there.
Yeah.
And I've said it before. I'll say it again. Knight,
Demetrius Knight.
Demetrius. I keep wanting to say Dimitri because we know a few Dimitris.
Yes, we do.
But Demetrius Knight, he's the one that I just think I'm most excited
Yeah,
for.
yeah. He
seems like a nice guy, but
seeing all the. I mean, I don't know personally, like interviews or what have you with him. I was more focused on like their film and highlights of games and things like that, and yeah, he came out and he.
I think it was a position you guys really didn't. You were lacking in was linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't remember who you had last year and years previous, but
Yeah.
it just seemed like I don't really remember going, wow, your linebacker's really good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, and where I saw on the training camp interview or whatever, they had a list of like the potential starters, projected starters, and Dylan Fairchild was on it.
And who was it you saw that thought that was watching your defense play and thought they could be a?
It was one of the analysts, and I can't remember his name, but yeah, he had said that where last year our defense was 25th, and now he's saying from what he's seen in the training camp, it's a top 5 defense.
Which I don't think I'd go that high,
I wouldn't either. If you could bump it
and
up
I don't think
just
you
a
were as
little
good
bit.
as 25 last year.
I know.
I would have put you guys more at like
I think we're
28,
25
29.
because of Trey. That-
Maybe. When
That
you look at the
just
numbers.
that's just
I
me.
think this year, if you can be even a top like 14 to 12,
right.
you know, or
What's
better,
the-
somewhere in that range, and keep your offense the way it was.
Yeah.
Because you could score against pretty much anybody
Yeah,
last
we
year.
were number one in offense.
Yeah, if
last
you can
year.
keep your offense as a top 3 and your
Uh-huh.
defense in that 12 to or better,
Yeah.
because you know we've discussed it. I think your division is weak. Weekend. Take the Ravens and set them aside because
yeah.
they're just as good as ever,
right.
and
right.
they're a strong team.
But you've got Steelers.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers still is capable, but he's not a mobile quarterback. And at 41, 42, whatever he is, I wouldn't expect him. He never really was super mobile.
No.
He could get you some. And he's just slowing down some. And Browns, it's going to be who's throwing this snap.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know who they're going to pick. And they've got some other questions. I mean, they could surprise us. Steelers and Browns could come out and be amazing. But I think they're weakened.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think if you could win 4 games out of
Yeah.
the 6 in your division, would be awesome. You got to
Right.
take 1 from the Ravens.
Oh,
You got to
yeah.
try to at least, if you can split with the Ravens, that to me is good because they are that good, and you guys have the potential to be just as good, if not better.
Right. We just got to get on the
I
same.
think you guys can really dominate the Browns and the Steelers this year. If somehow you manage to sweep those 2 teams and took 1 from the Ravens,
Yeah.
like 5, that'd be 5 out of 6.
Right.
Just in your 5 wins from your division looks really good on a record.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll get that.
I don't know either, but if we can do
You got to at least
something,
split. You got to at least split in 3 out of the 6.
Right.
But I think 4 out of the 6 is not out of the question. I think you
Right.
can either sweep either the Browns or the Steelers.
Yeah.
I don't see you sweeping the Ravens.
No.
I see you splitting with them
If we
As
could
a potential.
split, that would be great.
as a potential.
If we could split, that would be great. But overall, I just wanted to get on my feelings on Shemar. There are possible replacement things for Trey. There's other free agent
I don't
defensive
know who
ends,
out there
but
for a free agent that you're going to grab right now
yeah,
at this point.
yeah, where it's already
Trey had 17 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
There's nobody, I don't think there's anybody floating around that comes close because those guys all have Johns.
yeah,
So you're looking at a guy that might have had, like, I don't know, 7 to 10.
yeah,
And 10 sacks in a season isn't bad, especially depends on who they're up against. and
Right,
how-
right.
And how their defense wants to play. Sometimes they're not as aggressive. Sometimes they want to hold back a little.
yeah,
But I mean, more than likely, you're looking at guys that have 5 to 7 sacks.
yeah, and that's Joseph Osaya, who's on the team already.
Right.
He had 5 sacks last year.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you have to pay Trey, regardless, because he's under contract.
Yeah.
You got to pay him something or cut him.
Yep.
So,
And Mike Brown has even come out and said during interviews and things that they're not trading him. They don't want to get rid of him, and
Right.
he's
but what I'm
confident
getting
that
at
they'll get
is
something
to
done.
go get anybody that's halfway decent. Now you got to pay him. You might as well just pay Trey.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be as good. You're going to get a guy. Let's say you find a guy that he had 9.5 sacks last year.
Yeah.
And a bunch of pressures, and there's more to it than just sacks. Sacks
Right.
are the really cool stat to look at. But
Yeah.
tackles for loss, pressures,
Pressures.
pass breakups, those
Yeah.
man, those sometimes are even more important than sacks.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right.
If you're going to get somebody like that, they're not going to come to play for you probably
No.
for $5 million a year. They're going to want their
Exactly.
contract.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Trey's looking for, but I thought it was like, what was it, like 24, 25 mil a year?
28 to 30 mil a
Okay,
year.
28. So let's say you can get him to come to you for 28 mil, and this guy over here wants 15. Yeah, that's about half.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
you're still paying Trey
you're-
his $12 million that his contract
Yeah.
is. At that point, you're paying.
Out the nose.
Well, at that point, you're paying $27 million between the two.
Yeah.
You might as well just pay Trey his $28 million and have the guy that's better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, the numbers may not actually work. It depends on what you can.
Right.
You might even pick up a decent guy for $6 million for 1 year. I don't know. I doubt that. I don't see that
No.
happen. But somebody that's
No.
good.
Yeah, I don't see any of that happening.
So now
So-
you're relying on the guys on your team,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are unproven.
Yeah.
So pay the man. Say, look, I'll guarantee you 50% of whatever your contract is. Let's say it's $30 million a year for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, 120? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you half of that is 60.
Yeah.
He's probably going to want more than that. So you guarantee him 80.
Right.
I mean, and that's when also Trey needs to go. How old is he?
31.
Okay. He also needs to realize that he's 31 year old.
He'll be 30.
Okay, he's right in that range.
Yeah, he's right in that
He
range.
also needs to realize I'm 30 something years old. And there is no guarantee that I don't, get a serious knee or leg injury or something
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, this is probably his last major contract.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you wanted the big one.
Yeah.
This is your last
Go
hurrah.
out with a bang.
Yeah, make as much as you can. But on the flip side, I'm 30, 31 years. I wish I was 30, 31 years old.
I
yes.
know.
God, 30 years ago was almost 30 years old was almost 20 years ago. Shit, you're old.
Don't
anyways.
start that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope you get them.
I do too. I really hope that they can come up with something and
You don't play the Chiefs in the regular season.
no,
this
we
year.
do not. Thank God. And it's bad enough we got to go against the Lions. I didn't want to face the Lions and the Chiefs.
So you only
in the
play the
same year.
Eagles in the preseason? You don't have a regular season with the Eagles?
I did not see
Good.
Eagles on the
Good.
preseason.
Obviously, they're
on the regular
they're
season.
a very, very good team.
They are a very good team. They're scary.
They are. They are scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scary teams out there that you guys are going to have to go through.
Oh, yeah. Bills being one of them because they're coming out. They're
Bills, Ravens.
getting up. Yeah,
Ravens
I
is one of
said
your
getting up
scariest
there.
because you got to play them twice. Broncos.
Yeah, I'm just quickly scrolling
Yeah, I'm just
through
looking too.
Ravens, Cardinals. Yeah, we don't.
So can I see this real quick?
You can see my phone.
Cardinals, Dolphins, who knows?
God only knows. The
Patriots,
Dolphins just took
I think you
one
guys
of
can
our.
take on. Well, we say this. You should have beat the Patriots last year and you lost to them.
Yeah.
So
Very
who
first
knows?
game.
I think they're going to be a lot better this year than they were. But I
Bills.
think you guys will be too. Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Packers. I just think the Packers are not. I don't know.
No offense, Tom Grossi.
Yeah, something worries me about that team this year.
Well,
And I can't put my finger on it. Vikings, it depends on how McCarthy. Jaguars, you should be able to do them all right.
mm-hmm.
Again, Browns. Colts, you shouldn't have any problem there. Oh, that's preseason, sorry. Colts is preseason.
Yeah.
You start right off with the Browns.
Yeah, I know. That right there, if they can bolster the defensive line, if
So you got
Al Golden
Browns,
can come
Jags,
out.
Vikings for your first 3 games. I think you should be able to handle the Browns okay, although they did have a good defense. I haven't looked to see what they've kept or picked up. Jags, I don't know what to make of the Jags.
Yeah.
They just are not doing. They got a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Trevor Lawrence. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh my God, he's great," and I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Vikings. It depends on what J.J. McCarthy does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've got tons of talent on that team,
Oh, yeah.
and you got a really good coach.
Yeah.
And if oh my God, their coach. Anyways,
Connell.
yeah, Aiden O'Connell. Yeah.
I can remember, always remember his last name.
It's
I
not
can
Connell. It's O'Connell.
Well,
Anyways, he's really good with young QBs, so that could be a tricky one. But if you can win that one, then you got Broncos. Their secondary is just
yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Lions. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then the Packers. Then the Packers, Steelers, Jets, Bears. There's a win. You guys could easily go 4 there. Then you're in your bye. Come out and you got Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills, Ravens. There's 3 games right there that you need to win at least one of them
Right.
against
Right.
the Ravens. And you're at Buffalo, week 14. That's, December 7th,
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor Day. Then your Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns to finish the year.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I don't think the Dolphins are going to be that good again this year. The Cardinals, I feel bad for them, but
They took Dolphins signed a 1-year contract with one of our players.
But the Dolphins have, in my opinion, one of the worst coaches in the NFL. I think he's better than Trey. Not Trey. Your
Taylor.
coach, Taylor.
Yeah.
But, well, I think he's better as a coach than Taylor, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't like your coach. And Zach Taylor may be a super nice guy. I have no idea.
He seems
I
it.
just
I
don't think he's cut out
I
to be
will
a
say
head
that
coach.
from what I've read and things like that of him.
Oh yeah, now, none of this is against anybody as far as a person. I'm talking about in their professional,
Yeah,
whether it's a player or a coach or an owner or anything like that. It's in their professional capacity. I just don't think Zach Taylor's. I don't think he's got enough of a mean streak to be a head coach.
Mm.
I mean, Dan Campbell can be buddy and joking and laughing with him.
Oh God, yeah.
But when Dan Campbell is pissed, everybody in the state of Michigan knows it. And his players know it really well.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to be. I mean, I had it in the military. We had, higher ranking NCOs than me and officers that you could joke and laugh with. But when shit hits the fan, boom, it was business.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, how you've got to be. And I don't think that McDaniels and Taylor have that.
Mm-hmm.
They can do the, hey, let's joke and laugh and have a good time. And okay, let's get serious, but it's not like serious.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have the intimidation factor.
No.
Now, it's easy when you're Dan Campbell to be intimidating because you're bigger than some of your players.
Yeah.
I mean, he may be older than some. He is older than all of his players.
But
he can still whoop their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them, at least.
Right. So, but like I was saying before, is like I just wanted to get on and, just reiterate.
So is that what Shemar signed to?
Yeah, it's 19 million fully guaranteed.
But it's got to be higher than that total. Because first round draft picks, theirs is set in stone. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have I thought that theirs was more than that. Let me just check something.
And I think I actually rounded that up. I think it's like 18 point whatever.
First round draft picks typically sign 4-year contracts with a team option for a fifth. The total contract value can range from $12.7 million for the last pick in the first round. Okay, that's what it is. Because I was thinking everybody in the first round got paid the same, and they don't. Because he was picked 17th. So that's what makes a difference. So, yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, so he got 19, right around there. So we'll have to see how well he does. He seemed, from the quick little clips that I did see of him on the field today at training camp, he wanted to go, from what I was understanding too, is that he wanted to go full bore 100%, but they're backing him off a little bit and slowly
So they
working
actually
him
increased that some, because it says the projected contract for the 17th pick in the 2025 NFL draft was $17,077,566. Why they go right down to the dollar?
Well,
with a 1-year salary of $3.1 million. So if they're up closer to 18, 19 million, they actually increased it. So.
Right.
And then the signing bonus. Yeah, how much do I get the day I sign? And then so that if you got 10.4, then about $8.5 million will be paid out over the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So just over $2 million a year.
Right. So, but no, I just wanted to reiterate and put it out there of what my thoughts are what I've seen, heard, everything like that on my own opinions. I try to do that just because I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone on just going with what certain people say.
And yet you still won't go skydiving with me.
That yeah,
Out of my comfort zone. Hey, let's go skydiving.
I'm
No.
talking like interperson
Oh.
comfort zone of me always not wanting conflict, not wanting this and that, and
I don't want a
what,
conflict.
what's that look for?
You argue with me all the time.
Well, that's different, honey.
Oh.
We're married. We're supposed to
Oh.
argue on certain things, so that's why
We don't
we do
argue
that.
very much.
No, we don't.
I just agree that you're right and call it good.
See?
Life's easier.
Exactly. And my dad said the same thing with my mom. So just agree with her.
I just agree with it and then go do whatever I want anyways. Just don't tell me about it.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I will hopefully be getting another video out sooner than later.
Well, I know that you said that we don't know if we'll get preseason games for the Bengals. We have no idea if we'll get to see them.
Yeah, if we do, awesome. If not,
We'll just do a recap. We'll see what we can find for
Yeah.
clips. And sometimes they'll be on, but it might be a day or two later, and we can sit down and watch the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can critique, hey, this is what I saw or whatever.
yeah, this is what I would have done different. Taylor, take notes.
Hey, you know what? I hope he comes out this year and he does great.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't have faith in his coordinators. I don't know.
Right, we don't
And maybe
know
now
that.
he's like, hey, I
It may
trust
be-
these guys more.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't want to make it sound like we're just bashing on the guy 24/7.
No, but I
But
mean,
I
well, like
just-
last season, we were not only bashing on him, we were bashing on the defensive coordinator, and not so much the offense, because, I mean, hello, let's be honest.
They did amazing.
They did amazing. It's just, my opinion, Taylor needs to get on the same page as the defensive coordinator comes to him and says, hey, we need to put this player in. I think he's really good at this
Yeah.
situation. And listen to your quarterback.
I need to let Joe make more
More calls.
calls on when he's up at the line, change things up some. Maybe
Yeah.
they do. Maybe they do more than we realize.
But
I don't know.
that aside, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I will be able to get more videos out this coming week, and
Yeah.
trying to aim for, I'm not going to set it in stone, but trying to aim for like maybe every Sunday, and then when the season starts is maybe every Tuesday to go over the week's games, things like
go
that.
over
But
the Thursday, Sunday, Monday games that were
Games.
played, and then kind of give your take on the upcoming Thursday,
right,
Sunday, Monday.
like my
games.
picks
Yeah.
on, because we do the weekly pick'ems. They started that at work. I continued it here at the house. So
And I pick my pick'ems on Tuesday morning for the last week. That's why I'm never wrong.
I don't let him do that
I don't know why.
because it's cheating.
Okay.
Anyway, but we'll be seeing you guys real soon. Hopefully, we'll get another video out on what we think on how training camp's still going, and hopefully there'll be news that breaks about Trey Anderson signing.
Good news, sign. Yeah, good news about Trey.
Yeah, good news. Good news. But in the meantime,
Oh, that's what that's attached to.
yes, honey. Wires attached to things.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it and going, wow, what's that wire? I
But
still got to clean all this crap up.
yes, you do. But we'll take it from there and hopefully see you guys soon.
Yep.
And we'll... Who day?
Bye.
Bye.